Today's topic is very important, e-filing, that is electronic filing. So the ways of working of advocates and for that matter, almost everybody else, all professionals have changed. We were hearing that there will be no need to go to court and from the comforts of our home, we shall be able to work. But still, we have to visit the registry, and document filing is a tedious process. So we shall see step by step how we can do the e-filing in all the three courts, that is Supreme Court, High Court, and the district courts. So computerization is going on under the supervision of Honorable Supreme Court, and the progress is different in different states as well as in different lower courts. But now that it is no longer only an option, but it is also becoming compulsory. And in many cases, for example, in information commissions, the Supreme Court has made it compulsory that by 31st December 2023, everything would be done electronically. And we are also appearing through video conferencing, etc. For criminal courts, we have seen that a major change has occurred. And from 1st July 2024, video conferencing, examining, witnesses and victims and accused, all the things have changed, and everything can be done as per section 530 of the Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita. So let us study this topic of e-filing and how we can do it in all the three levels, that is at Supreme Court, High Court, and the district courts. So I understand most of my audience is law students and practicing lawyers, and those from legal background. But since I am also from computer background, so I will tell you about some software, some apps available on desktop as well as on mobile, and we shall see how we can use them. So e-filing tools have become an integral part of the judicial process in India. The court has, in another judgment, they have also made it compulsory for all the tribunals also. So for many tribunals also, it's no longer an option, but rather it is made compulsory, because the crores of money have been invested. And our Chief Justice of India, Dr. D.Y. Chandrachud, has told all the Chief Justices of High Courts also that this was not only an investment during the COVID, but even after COVID, all the Chief Justices should take, initiative, so that people are not hesitant to use it. And it should be not at the option of the judges, but at the option of the lawyers and at the option of the parties. They should be able to use it on demand. Although on ground reality, it might take around 3 years more, even for criminal courts, as admitted by the Home Minister. So it enables more efficient and accessible court submissions across various levels to the judiciary. We see what are the facilities, which are the websites. The details differ from state to state and even across different courts. For Supreme Court, of course, we are following the Supreme Court of India rules 2013. So being advocates or law students, we already know how to make paper books, etc., how to file it before the registry, and there are certain rules also. So of course, Supreme Court has its own power to make rules for its own filing as well as e-filing. Even there are separate rules for video transmission of proceedings, so that people don't manipulate or doctor those videos and fabricate or post it haphazardly on social media. So they are using their own dedicated app even for video conferencing. Earlier they were doing on YouTube, but now they have their separate app. So we shall see when we are talking of e-filing, we are mainly talking of the documents that will be uploaded on the website. So the Supreme Court has established a e-filing system. It's also available through their own website. So we already know about the sci.gov.in, and for within that there is a separate portal that is called efiling.sci.gov.in. https:// is optional, so you may or may not type in address bar. Your browser already supplies it. So we see that it allows advocates and litigants to file cases electronically. So just like we go and file it in the registry, so here we have to upload the documents. So we shall see what are the steps, how we can do it. Some facilities differ from portal to portal and even from court to court. So there is no uniformity for that across India. And features are being changed almost every month. So newer and newer facilities are being added. So the detail may go on changing. But at present, firstly, online case filing, that is filing your petitions, your affidavits, and either other necessary documents. So these can be uploaded. So we shall see how to prepare the documents, how to convert that to PDF, how to arrange the PDF files. Maybe I'll demonstrate also with the help of an app. Then digital signatures and for secure submission. Now, just like we have electronic signatures, so I'll explain what is difference between electronic signature and digital signature. They have to verify that or authenticate that at the other end, you are the person who claim you are. That is, they verify your identity, and for that there is a digital signature. It has nothing to do with your physical signature. It's a signature is a particular type of behavior by which we uniquely identify a person, and so we have manual signature. If we say scan, that signature maybe on a check you sign and you scan that check, then that becomes an electronic signature. So what is the difference between the electronic signature and digital signature? The Information Technology Act 2000 in section 2 distinguishes between both. It says that all digital signatures are electronic signatures, but all electronic signatures are not digital signatures. Digital signature is a bit string. That is, it is a string of bits, binary digits, 0 and 1, and it's a very long string. So a unique digital signature is given to you. Who gives you that signature? That is, there are separate apps for that. So you have to obtain your digital signature. That is given by certifying authority. In America, they call it certification authority. Under IT Act of India, IT is Information Technology Act, not income tax. So under Information Technology Act, we have got certifying authorities or CA. And there is a government agency called CCA, that is Controller of Certifying Authority, who gives you signature. Now, who are these certifying authorities? I'll give you an example from, say, online payments, like, say, VeriSign, MasterCard, Paytm, Google Pay, or say Visa. So these are the recognized, say, for digital transactions. So they are Indian as well as international. Like MasterCard, Visa are say international, but maybe our, say, State of Bank of India has affiliation with them or MOU with them. And therefore, they are also recognized because this power is given to the control of certifying authorities, that they can even authorize the certifying authorities outside India. So they give you an unique string. That bit string, it could be a very long string. It's not possible to remember it, but it's a unique number, very large number, 128 bits, 256 bits. So it is just a string of binary digits, 0 and 1. And you can just copy, you can use it. You can't remember because it is machine readable. So that string is verified, and then you are authenticated that you are really the person who you claim you are. And there is non-repudiation. Non-repudiation is another security service. That is, after doing it, you can't repudiate it. आप अपनी बात से मुकर नहीं सकते. If you have sent the email, after deleting you cannot say that I have not sent it. And if you have deleted the email, then after deleting you cannot say that I have not deleted it. So all the actions are recorded. That is the security. How it is done, I will not go into details of it as a computer engineer, but you have to obtain the digital signature first. This is for secure submissions. You have to just give your bar council, say, identity number, and you will obtain digital signatures from that. Or maybe you can say obtain it from your registry also online. So they are recognized for that. Then provision for paying court fees online. Now, if you are making the thing online, and if there is no provision for, say, online payment, that will not be sufficient. Therefore, you can pay the court fees also. And the best thing is that it also calculates automatically, depending on what you are, say, going to file. Is it civil, criminal? What is the valuation of that case? And based on that, the court fees is automatically calculated, and you can also make it automatically. For that, various options are provided. We shall see that also. So there is provision for filing the court fees. Then access to case status. That means you can see the case status, whether it is pending, disposed, what is the next date, etc. Cause list, was Suchi. So in cause list, we know about the cases that are listed before the different courts. You are already familiar with the those who are practicing advocates know that there is a cause list. What are the cases likely to be listed tomorrow? And normally in the afternoon, we used to get those printed copies. Now the ways have changed. So cause lists are normally uploaded maybe at, say, 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Nowadays in Uttarakhand, we also have, say, uploaded it one day before. In Supreme Court, normally it is 1 or 2 days before. So in different courts, you get this cause list, and you can search. If you are a judge, you can search it by a judge name. If you are advocate, you can search it by judge advocate name. If you know the case number, you can search it by case number. And if you are a litigant or party, then you can search it by the name of the party. So cause lists are also searchable, and you can find out case status also you can find out, even cause list you can find out, and you can find out when the case is will likely to be listed next. Then there are court orders. So there are interim orders, there are final orders or judgments, and even these things are available and you can download it. This is for all, for Supreme Court, High Court, and for lower courts. Say this available. Different apps, different utilities are there. So we shall see what are these. Then we see that there is integration with the Supreme Court case information system. That is, this is called the CIS for real-time updates. So there is also say integration. You can view all this in Cisco WebEx. So there are different Cisco WebEx links for, say, if you want to see the proceedings online. So if you are a party, you can get the links from your advocate, or even sometimes if you right click and then you can copy. So these are available in even on the video conferencing in Supreme Court as well as in High Court. In High Court, sometimes they use the Google Meet. Here in Uttarakhand, different platforms could be there. So you can view that. And even there is bulletin board, just like in court. Suppose you are a busy advocate and so many cases are listed. So how you can view the bulletin board? So now you can view the bulletin board on your say website itself. That is maybe on your Supreme Court website or maybe on your state High Court website. So different say on bulletin board, you can see the court number and which serial number is going on. So if you know your say serial number within your cause list, then from that you can know what case is going on and in which cases which case is going to be listed first, and maybe you can appear maybe 8-10 cases in a day, or maybe you can send your say juniors for that, or maybe you can take a decision which cases you can appear yourself, and in which cases there will be you can seek some say sequence change. That is when we have to mention the urgency. So if you want to do the urgency, so as soon as the judge appears, judge comes in the court, so at that time all the advocates get up and greet him, and then urgency mention is there. So that is oral mention. That is within that day the judge can check the sequence within the cause list. So that is possible. Here also you can do it. That is possible. We shall see how to do it electronically, and the sequence is also displayed there on the electronic bulletin board. The website for this is Supreme Court of India e-filing. So it is very simple, efiling.sci.gov.in. There are separate rules. E-filing rules are also made by the Honorable Supreme Court. So those are available and we can do it. Maybe I'll go into more details of that also if there is more time. Now in high courts, we have got two different systems, and since there are so many high courts, so for all say 25 high courts, different types of systems are there. All this is being done in under the supervision of the Supreme Court, and there is NJDG, that is National Judicial Data Grid. If you go to the NJDG, you will find that firstly it shows the pendency status, etc., how many cases are pending and since what duration. So all these statistics are available, and there is National Judicial Data Grid. NJDG is not only for high court, it is also for lower courts. So we shall use this same system for high courts as well as for lower courts, and there are two different systems that are available. Say for in Bombay High Court, we have got this commercial cases. So for commercial case filing, there is different website and there is separate website that is through your e-court services. So let us see. NJDG is an initiative under e-courts project that provides comprehensive database of cases pending and disposed of in high courts and lower courts. So in NJDG, you can see what is the pendency, or what do we call in say legal language as arrears. So these arrears or pending cases, you can view how many cases are pending, say less than 1 year, 1 to 5 years, 5 to 10 years, 10 to more than 10 years, like that. So all these data, all statistics are available on their homepage. Now, while NJDG itself is more of a case tracking system, it also integrates various high courts e-filing portals. So you can go to your state high court and then you can go to click on that, and that will lead you to your say high court. I have, for example, I have taken two important high courts because I understand most of our audience or students are from say Mumbai. So Bombay High Court is of course one, and Delhi High Court. So from that you can say understand how this works. Although the features and services are different, the interface that looks is somewhat different for all the high courts, and although they are similar because they are connected to National Judicial Data Grid, but the details or the services available may differ from court to court. So it may not be say consistent across India because all say high courts have different progress as far as this computerization is done. One website is this njdg.ecourts.gov.in, and then njdgnew/index.php. PHP is personal home pages. That is the home page. Home page is that page through which you lead to a particular website. We call it a portal. Portal is in simple English, port is entrance. Entrance is a place through which data enters or leaves your computer, and from that port we have got different words like airport, seaport. So there we come into contact, where air comes into contact with say land or air. Just like here we have got portal, and portal is the homepage through which you enter a particular website, that we call a portal or entrance. Now we see individual high court e-filing portals. So different high court have got different facilities. So each high court in India has its own e-filing portal, often linked to the NJDG. The features are firstly online submission of cases and related documents. So you can upload everything. Of course, it must be in PDF file so that they are generally non-editable. Payment of court fees online. So there is also this facility available, and there are various say electronic transaction systems that are available. Access to case status and orders. Of course, that is available even to ordinary public. Those who are even not advocates, they can view it. So all the litigants can view their case status and orders. And then integration with court management systems for efficient processing. See, this NJDG is different from ICJS. What has happened after 1st July is that there is integrated say criminal justice system. ICJS is a different system, and ICJS is for criminal courts. That is, say, our sessions courts, our magisterial courts, and all the jails and the police stations. Earlier, the police stations were connected to Polnet. Now that Polnet and jails and all these things are connected, where you can download the copies of FIRs, etc. So that is called ICJS, Integrated Criminal Justice System. So ICJS is what has become, say, more we can say more formal and operative after 1st July. Although the government says it will take around 3 years because infrastructure is a big problem, and if you want to see the grassroots computerization, it might take around 3 years, because at district level and particularly in village level, or say where there are judicial magistrates court, so all these have to be integrated, and that is a huge task. So ICJS is different from this NJDG. Next we see the examples. So Delhi High Court, I have given the link here, delhihighcourt.nic.in e-filing. For Bombay High Court, there is another link. We have got two different things. So for commercial cases, we have got commercial court filing, and then there is filing.ecourts.gov.in, and that website is there. So that is for Bombay High Court. So for general cases, you can use it. If it is commercial case, there is dedicated portal. So we have got two different portals under the Bombay High Court. Even through lower court, you can do it. So we shall see about that also. That is e-court services. For lower courts, there are two different things. Even if you don't have a laptop, maybe you can use your mobile phones. On mobile phones, it is more convenient as compared to laptops. I myself use my mobile phone for that. Here you can access all the district courts. Of course, first you have to indicate what is your state, and then you have to indicate the district, in which district you are interested. So once you identify your state and district, then within that district, all the courts will be listed before you. And then if you know something about that case, that is maybe you can do it from FIR number if it is a criminal case. Maybe you can do it by the court if it is a civil case. If you know the case number, you can do it. Maybe you can search it from, say, a name of parties, and then you can even on the top right there is add. So if you add it to my cases, then my cases are those cases that are being handled by you. So those cases will come in my cases, and from my cases, once the case is finished, you can even delete. So you can, as an busy advocate, you can work dynamically, and you can have all these facilities. In lower courts, there is e-court services portal. So you can go to your, say, if you have Android phone, maybe you can download this e-court services app. If you have iPhone, maybe you can download this from your app store. So e-court services app is there. So you download and install it on your mobile. It's also available on this, say, laptop or desktop computer. So you can have this e-court services. So e-court services portal is a part of the e-courts say project under the National E-Governance, that is NEGP project. So it started under this National E-Governance. E-Governance is government to citizen. That is the government taking the services to citizens, and to say realize our system of say justice at doorstep. So justice at doorstep concept is actually, it has started from, say, 1st July, because now the cross examination, video conferencing, and all those things, that is not even the advocates now no need to go to courts. Even the litigants, and it might happen that even arrest may become unnecessary. To that extent, the things are going to be changed as because of the this section 530 of the Bharatiya Nagrik Surasha Sanhita. So let us see how the working has changed. For lower court, the features are somewhat different. Again, it differs from your district to district. So you may not have uniform, say, services across although the interface is similar and it is a single app, but the extent of computerization within your district will be different. So you will see that when you actually access that portal, and we see that there is e-filing of cases and documents, online payment of court fees has got certain defects. So those defects are also there. So you can remove that. maybe by personally going to the say registry. If they we shall see how to minimize the defects, and how in online we can do defect free, so that you don't have to go physically to the registry. So we shall see those steps also. And then there are cause list and say judgments. These are available. Integration with the NJDG for real time data on case status. So it is also integrated with NJDG. So NJDG is one system, e-court services is another system, and of course I talked about ICJS, that is integrated criminal justice system, where all the police station judges and say judiciary and prisons, jails are also connected. Here the website is this e-court services. It is maintained by our NIC, that is National Informatics Center, ecourts.gov.in. You can access this e-court services app. Now, specific district courts also have dedicated e-filing ports. Again, the progress is different from district to district, and there is no uniformity in this because the progress of computerization differs. So you can access for your district. So just you type your say state and district, and simple by Google search, you can find out whether this facility is available in your district or not. So which are linked to the e-court system. So that is also linked to the e-court system, and through e-court system also maybe you can approach your dedicated portal if it is available within your district. This is similar to the e-filing systems of high courts, offering online case filing, fee payment, and access to case details. So these facilities are available for lower courts also. Next we see what are the general features and tools. First I talked about the digital signature. So I told that digital signature is also an electronic signature. It is toward an electronic signature, electronic device, therefore it is electronic also. And as per the definition in the IT Act, digital signature is electronic signature. But all electronic signatures are not digital signatures. And that was one mistake, that after enacting IT Act, it was discovered 8 years after that digital signature we were using in a different sense in our IT Act as compared to the international usage and the how computer engineers or cryptographers use it. And therefore, amendment was made in 2008, and now we have got the word electronic signature was in many cases digital signature was replaced by electronic signature. In some cases, the word was correctly used. So digital signature is used as digital signature, and we also have say separate electronic signature certificate, digital signature certificate. Now, if you are an entity, that is you are an advocate, you are a judge, so you can get your electronic signature certificate or digital signature certificate that you are actually the person who you claim to be you are. So that signature certificate you get from certifying authority. And if you are certifying authority, then you get it from the controller of certifying authority, that is CCA, which is a government body recognized under the Information Technology Act. So even in say those who are familiar with the income tax filing know that in income tax also, if you are a chartered accountant or an advocate, then you have to obtain your digital signature, and that identifies you uniquely that you are doing all the transactions. So digital signature is and now we see that in e-filing we have seen about the district courts and digital signature we are discussing. So all e-filing systems require documents to be signed digitally using a digital signature certificate. This is called DSC. Electronic signature is called ESC. We are now using here digital signature, which ensures the authenticity and integrity of submissions. What is authenticity? Authenticity is your identity. That is, you are really the person who you claim you are. What is integrity? Integrity means there is no addition, deletion, or modification of what you have filed. That is called integrity. That is the data integrity. So data integrity means the document that you have done, so that those documents that you have filed, you should not be able to change it later. So if you file the change or amendment, even that original will be there and the other documents will also be there. So of course you can make corrections, you can file amendments, but integrity means whatever you have filed, the same thing appears without any unauthorized addition, modification, or deletion. This is called the integrity, which is an important security service. Now we see mobile apps. So e-court services also is available. As I told you, it offers mobile app that allows users to access case information, cause lists, and other features on the go. The benefit is that you can even add it to My Cases, and through My Cases you can see all your cases that are going on, and even when they will be listed further. So those details are available. So first we see the advantages, and then I will go to the step-by-step procedure for how to actually do the e-filing. The efficiency is there. So it streamlines filing process, reducing the time and effort required to the cases. That is obvious. Accessibility. So provides access to the judicial process from anywhere, reducing the need for physical presence. And you can of course use it 24/7. So you can work on holidays, weekends, whatever. Particularly, it's very useful for the homemakers or lady advocates who are working from home and who can work at any time depending on their own convenience without going to court. So the ways of working have changed even for advocates now. Then there is transparency. transparency. So it enhances transparency by providing real-time access. So this real-time access is available, and that is available. So real-time access is available transparency. Now, as soon as you file, first the details will be available to the registrar, that is the registry, and through the registry, it will also go to your opponent advocate. For example, if there is standing counsel, so to the opponent advocate, also those details will immediately go. That is through the email, they come to know that you have filed something, and those documents are available. That means you are just like in say manually we do the serving. So we say have so many copies of the petitions, like 5-6 copies, and every party goes to the every respondent and say 2 copies are go for 2 judges for the to the registry. So here what happens is that when you file anything, immediately it will go to the opponent advocates also through the registry. So once it is accepted by the registry, it will be delivered to your opponent advocate. So it enhances transparency by providing real-time access to case status and court orders. These are available, and now there are even time limits say in the BNSS. Cost effectiveness is there. That means it reduces your travel cost. Sometimes you can appear through the before the court through your say comforts of your home or office or your chamber. So it reduces cost associated with physical filing and travel. Then the security, just like we have manual security, security is in fact the most important thing why people are so hesitant. But how to prove security? So there are provisions under the Indian Evidence Act. There are provisions now under BNSS, and there are provisions under the this IT Act also. So I can go into details of that if somebody wants to ask. So ensure secure submission of documents through say digital signatures and encrypted communication. Encrypted means it is available only to the sender and the receiver. That is, communication is between two parties, so it maintains the confidentiality. There is an encryption. Encryption is conversion of plain text into ciphertext. That is, we convert the readable text into unreadable text, and at the receiving end, that unreadable text is again converted into readable text. So that is the advantage of encryption. So that encryption is for ensuring the confidentiality. That is, all the communication must be between sender and receiver, and besides the sender and receiver, the other parties should not have access to that. That is what with this encryption service ensures. So we have got digital signature. Digital signature is for authentication. Digital signature is also for integrity. That is to ensure that the document is not manipulated. So these are the different types of services that are available. Now we see say e-filing tools in India, and then we shall see some. I'll go to the stepwise procedure how to file the cases online. So it has significantly improved the efficiency, accessibility, and transparency of the judicial process. So the ways of working of people have changed. These tools are part of the broader e-courts project aimed at modernizing the judiciary and making it more accessible to the public. See, the government is also trying very hard to modify the police, to modify the judiciary. And we know that when the new criminal laws were introduced, there were in last 6 months, that is from January to June, more than 5,65,000 polices, advocates, and judges, that is in judicial academies, have been trained. So what is our say level of preparation, how we stand there, and how the new generation will we see the process. I'll explain for NJDG. I will not go to Supreme Court. For that there is separate procedure also there, so I may go to that also if someone wants. So we shall see how this NJDG can be used, because it is used for high courts, and I have told that we can also use it for the lower courts. So e-filing on NJDG is integrated into the say broader e-filing system used across various courts in India, particularly under the e-courts project. So here is a step-by-step guide. So we shall see what are the steps that we can use. First thing is digitalize your documents. For digitalizing, see, nowadays we have got so many laser printers, computers, laptops in our offices, mobile phones with your cameras and all these things. So what you have to do is first you scan all your documents. That is, first of course you prepare it manually. That is, print it, sign it, scan it. So scan and digitize. See here when we scan and digitize all necessary documents, so petitions, affidavits, annexures, maybe it includes the photographs, etc. So all this will be done, and then we say scan it and prepare PDF file, that is portable data format file for that. This we can do either through MS Office or say maybe say Office 365. So if you already we are using say MS Word and some such software, so in that save as is there, say for 2007 onwards. In newer versions we have got export as. So export as PDF you can do, and then you can convert it into PDF format. So that is a better way. Otherwise you can scan and then you can use the doc scanner or the say this cam scanner app. So cam scanner was banned by the government during the COVID pandemic, being a Chinese app. But we have a doc scanner also. It is an Indian app, so you can use safely doc scanner. It is not an illegal to use it. So by that also you can convert it to either JPG, that is picture format, or maybe in a PDF format. Next we have digital signature. So for that you will have to contact your certifying authority. So ensure that you have a valid digital signature certificate, that is DSC, because if you are doing it, then you have to prove your authenticity, that is you are really the person who you claim you are, and it should not be misused by other people. So it is just like say your password or something confidential. So from a licensed certifying authorities are those authorities which are recognized as such by the Information Technology Act 2000. The DSC is required to authenticate your submissions. So whatever you submit, that will be authenticated through digital signature. This facility again, it differs from high court to high court. Some have made it compulsory, some have made it it is mandatory. In some cases it is optional. You may or may not have it, so it may differ. You can check for your own high court. Next we see second step, that is access the e-filing portal. So navigate to the e-filing portal. Just simple to Google search, find out your state, and visit say relevant courts e-filing portal, which is often linked with e-court services website or directly via NJDG. So you can either go through NJDG, or if you have got this e-court services app, through that also you can get access to it. Then you have to register. Now who you are you an advocate, are you a litigant? So you will see that you will have to do your first time registration. Without registration you can't even have access to the website. So if you are a first time user, register on the portal. Now when you register with the Bar Council, and if you have passed this AIB, then you might have got your registration number after say from your Bar Council, State Bar Council. So that number you have to write. So advocates and litigants need to provide details. That is, who are you? That is, maybe you are petitioner respondent. So they can also register. So anybody can register who is interested in this. So like name, your contact information, your Bar Council ID for advocates, and email ID. So Bar Council ID is say optional. Even if you are a law student, you can have access to that, because nowadays for even downloading orders, case laws, etc., we need these facilities. So this is the registration step. Thirdly, then you log into your account. So use your credentials. So after registration, log into e-filing portal using your credential, that is username and password. Sometimes they might also use two-factor. That is, they might even ask you for OTP, one-time password, and maybe through you get your OTP through your mobile phone, or maybe through your say this email account. Like that, they can do two-factor or three-factor authentication. Then there is DSC authentication, digital signature certificate. So you may need to authenticate your login using your digital signature certificate. So now that's a very long string, a bit string. So that unique number will be say I have told that you can't remember it, but that number will be say you are uploaded on that. So DSC authentication is done, and then you go to next step. Then select your court. So select the court and case type. So choose the court. It could be many say smaller courts within your district. If high court is there, there could be benches within your state. So you can go to that. So select the appropriate court where you intend to file the case. That is district court, high court, Supreme Court. Even within a court, there could be many different courts. Like say, for example, in Lucknow we had 68 courts. In Supreme Court we have got say 17 courts, plus there is R1, R2, that is registrar's court. In high court there could be say different benches that are there. So you have to first identify what is your court of practice. Then go to case type. So choose the type of case that you are filing. That is civil, criminal, writ petition, and many say different classifications are there, because these courts have got their own powers under 227 article of Constitution. So they have different rules and different procedures are there in different courts. So you can go through that details. If you are already practicing advocate, you already know about it. Then enter your case information. So input all required details about the case, including the parties of the say names of the parties, nature of the suit, and any relevant dates. It may be suit, it may be criminal case. So you find out that. Then you upload your documents. So what you have already scanned and digitized. So upload the digitized documents one by one. Here you might need to do some jugglery, because there could be limit on size. There could be some say documents that need to be combined. There could be only single field, and maybe you have to use the apps like PDF SAM, PDF split and merge. So I'll demonstrate how we can convert that, and you can, so that you can meet their technical requirements. There could be technical requirements for photo also. For example, photograph cannot be more than 1 MB, and like that restrictions could be there. So depending on the portal and what you see there, you will have to change your data also, and say convert it into a particular format, maybe through using your laptop or maybe some mobile apps. So one by one you can convert it as per the portal's instructions and ensure that documents are correctly say named and in the prescribed format. So you already know about your High Court rules, and you also know about the paper book format. You know about the indexing, etc. So similarly, you can do all these things here, and usually you can say upload a PDF. Normally, it supports PDF only. If it allows for other formats, maybe you can allow use other formats. For example, for photograph, it may allow you JPG photographs also. Then you have to sign. So use your digital signature. So just like you sign in manually, here you have to say upload that digital signature that identifies you as a person who you claim you are. So digital signature certificate will be there to sign the uploaded documents electronically. So you will use this DSA, which is given to you by your certifying authorities. Then sixth step is pay the court fees. Now we have to make the online payment. So for petition, say whatever be the rate. So according to the High Court rules prepared under say Article 227, they have this fees prescribing powers, and there could be online calculator also. So depending on type of case or the valuation of the case, it will be automatically calculated, and you have to pay the fees. So system may automatically calculate applicable court fees based on the case type and value. Then you have to make the online payment, because there is no use if for making the payment you have to go there physically to the registry. So pay the court fees online through the portal using available payment methods. So you have got net banking, you have got say credit or debit cards or UPI. So all these methods are valid, and these are normally supported everywhere. Then there is receipt generation. So it will be again receipt in say maybe PDF format. So you have to download it. If you want, you can print it also and keep it one in your case file. So after payment, the receipt will be generated, which should be saved and say attached to your case file. Then we have to review. So before submission, first you review, because once you do it, it will be say irreversible process. So only way you know it is only through filing the amendments, and that is very difficult process. So if so now that you are going to submit, first you have to review. So it will display carefully review all the entered information and say uploaded documents to ensure accuracy. And then when you click on submit, so final submission will be done. Once reviewed, submit the filing, and after submission you will review an acknowledgement, receive an acknowledgement which includes e-filing number. So you will get that e-filing number or token that can be used to track the case. So you will get that token number also. Now there are also individual or customized services given by Supreme Court, High Court. So depending on your High Court or state, you can find out what are the SMS or personalized messages that you can get, because if you are a busy advocate, you have to track say many dozens or hundreds of cases. So you will get all these notifications. We see about that also. Now if you want to track your case, of course check status is there. So you can see the check status, case is pending, when it is likely to be listed next, what is the process, whether it is disposed or not. So use the e-filing portal or the NJDG to track the status of your case. Of course Supreme Court website is also there for Supreme Court cases. You can check the cause list, then you can check the orders, that is interim or final orders or judgments, and any updates related to your case. Then you receive notifications, because on your mobile phone, when you are in travel or say when you are going from one place to another and you want to see, or when you are busy in another court and you want to see, because the judiciary is quite liberal these days, and our Honorable Chief Justice of India has even told that we should trust our advocates. See, they are not going to use their laptops for playing games. So why should not laptops be allowed in the courts? Already we are allowing the books and journals and all the things, and say photocopying and calling the case law from library, and all these facilities are already there. So why the say advocate should not be allowed to use the mobile phone? So these are the things that are going to happen. Maybe you are going to allow the mobile phones also, provided of course you can keep your say other things say in say silent mode, so that it doesn't disturb the court proceedings. So subject to that, these laptops and mobile phones are likely to be allowed, and in some cases they are already allowed, that you can bring it. The portal may provide updates of notifications via email or SMS regarding the case progress. You can get this email or say SMS also, depending on services provided by your court. Next is of course you have to attend the court. For attending, of course, you need not go to court unless you are a judge or staff of judges. So except that, all the people, that is accused, witnesses, and say all the examination, that is examination in chief, cross examination, re-examination, everything can be done through virtually now under 530. And if it is not, maybe you can say request your district judge or say CJM or say your district judiciary to arrange that. In high courts already it's available, and it's at the option of the parties, at the option of the advocates, not at the option of the judges. That is very important, because that is what realizes this concept of justice at the doorstep. So virtual hearing, so if applicable, attend hearings virtually. For that, you first you have to watch the e-bulletin board, and e-bulletin board, you know that so many cases are lined up for me today, and these are my different say serial numbers. So you have to remember the court number and case number, and virtually through the court's wider conferencing system as notified. You get the links also. So links are available on the High Court website. You may also also get the SMS, or you may even get the WhatsApp services have also been started by some courts. So through that you get the link, and maybe you can connect through your mobile phone, and through your you can even address the constitutional bench. If there is a 5-judge, 7-judge, 9-judge bench of Supreme Court, you know that nowadays these advocates and senior advocates are not going to court; they are appearing through their chambers. So that is possible. Then document submission. So if additional documents need to be filed, say later, then repeat the e-filing process for supplementary filings. So if you want to file a supplementary affidavit, or there is some correction or any say other applications, etc. So these are additional documents. So throughout the life of the case, you or say urgency application or application for listing and whatever your code allows. So according to that, you can file these separate documents, affidavits, etc. So the document submission from time to time you can do depending on your progress of the case. Then lastly, you have to access the order for judgment. So what was the judgment? So normally after the pronouncement of the judgment, it is to be uploaded immediately. Now there is maximum limit also that within 7 days, as per say BNSS, it has to be uploaded within 7 days. So once the court has made a decision, you can access the judgment or order through the e-filing portal or NJDG. You can even obtain the e-certified copy, just like you have got the certified copy of the case. So nowadays there are e-certified copy. So for certified copy, again you don't have to go to the judiciary, registry. You can go to just say this online e-certified copy. Just give your this advocate ID, and by that you pay the fees online, and you will get the e-certified copy. Say you can simply download it. So for that, even for that, you don't have to go to your registry. So e-certified copies are also available, and these are valid. These are say admissible everywhere. So you don't have to file those applications for filing exemption of certified copies, etc. And these things may become unnecessary. So directly you can get e-certified copies. So we see that some tips lastly I am giving. First is ensure internet connectivity. Of course, everything can work when the internet is fine. So if there is power failure, if there is internet failure, so there could be disruption. So stable internet connection is crucial during the e-filing process, of course. And also you have to maintain your privacy. Privacy is of three things. Firstly, your camera. Secondly, your say mic, because there could be noise around you, or if you are traveling. And thirdly, your screen, what you are sharing. So you have to be careful about these three things, because when you are say directly interacting with judiciary through video conferencing, so you have to be careful about what you are sharing. And of course, you must be properly dressed, and say as per advocate said, you must be in say this band, etc. should be there. So you have to properly dressed, even though you are appearing from comforts of your home or office. So that is to be observed. Then follow court guidelines. For court guidelines, whether you can record, whether you can transmit the record. So there are certain high court rules also for video conferencing, etc. for e-proceedings. So each code may have specific guidelines for e-filing. So review from say carefully on the court's website or e-filing portal, and then keep copies. So hard copies should also be there as a backup. So always keep copies of the filed documents, what you have filed, payment receipts, and submission acknowledgements for your records. So by following these steps, you can efficiently file cases electronically using the NJDG linked e-filing portals, and it streamlines the legal process and reducing the need for physical presence. So the ways of working have changed. My senior advocate was there in Lucknow High Court. Senior advocate Gyan Singh Chauhan was there. I used to always say him, sir, हम आपकी तरह काम नहीं करेंगे. तो बोलता था, Mr. Thakkar, how you will work? तो बोलता था कि sir, in the future these ways are going to change. So case law वगैरह CD पर available होने लग गए है. That was in 2004, say 20 years before. And maybe in future we have got better indexing facilities, and through that we shall access and see how the things have changed. And now into 2024, now we have got the new criminal laws and all these procedures. There is not even an option. Sometimes the government, as a judiciary, has made it compulsory. For example, for information commission, they have made it compulsory. For high courts and all tribunals, the Supreme Court has made it compulsory through another judgment. So like that, they have made it compulsory. And once the facilities are available at your district level, maybe instead of just the criminal courts, you may be able to access it in civil cases also. So the ways of working have changed, and we must adopt with the change so that we don't become obsolete. Thank you.
So can I take question?
Yes, we may take questions, please.
Okay, participants, in case you have any queries, you can directly ask sir, or post your queries in the chat box.
Maybe I'll demonstrate something by sharing my screen.
Yes, sir. So first let's do that, sir, then.
Yes. Okay. So, well, I'm sharing my entire screen. So whatever I do on my screen, you should be able to view that also. So I'm sharing my screen instead of a particular window, and now I'm making it shareable. So now I'm sharing my screen, and in that screen, what I'm doing is I'm going to this portal, that is NJDG, e-filing services are there. So here there is e-filing services. There are different different portals that are available, and you can simply do the Google search. So in Google search, what I did is say e-filing. For example, I did it for Bombay High Court, and there is e-filing of commercial courts is there. There is also this near login. So these things are available on my Google search. So I click on those links, and through those links I access. See, I will also show about Uttarakhand High Court. This is one of my favorite portals. This is actually Department of Labor. But even in Uttarakhand High Court, we have got the video conferencing links, etc. So these are available. Maybe I'll go to that also. Okay, I'll go to this e-filing portal. Now see, what are the facilities that are available that are all listed here on this features of e-filing. So features of e-filing, this include our say ready-made templates are already available to you. There is online submission of wakalat. So you can send say your signed wakalatnama copy also. So you can submit online wakalatnama. That facility is available. E-signing is there. For that, of course, you have to obtain your digital signature from the this certifying authority. Online payment facilities are there. Online say video recording of oath is also there. So when you take the oath, that is evidence. Now that I told that this examination in chief, cross examination, re-examination, these are all available. So for the evidence in your civil or criminal case, all these things can be done, particularly in criminal cases, because this BSA is there, Bharatiya Sakshya Adhiniyam. So this evidence stage can also be done through virtual mode or through video conferencing. So this is available. For that, there is this app. Then there is application filing, that is there. Then we have portfolio management, and then in portfolio management, of course, you can file my cases, that is whatever cases you want. So those you can readily access through your portfolio. And then just like you keep basta in the old manual way, so like that basta, you have this portfolio. So the digital portfolio is there. Then there is my partners, and there is dashboard. So these are the different features, and I'll go to this one. See, this is how your website looks like. So e-filing services are there, and e-filing services of cases in the court. So these things you can do. Of course, first you have to go to sign in. See, on left corner I am showing select state. So select state. Here you will choose your state. All the states are listed. So choose your state or union territory, whatever. Then you, who you are. Are you an advocate, litigant, or say maybe say some other person, that is court clerk, government pleader. So these they can also log in. So these are available. Then you can go to username. So there is username and password. हाँ, एक बार आपको registration करना पड़ेगा. Once you do the registration, then you will have your username and password. If it is not, you will have to register and create that password first, and then you can add all the other times you can say do that using your say password. Then see High Court of Bombay. This is for commercial filing. This is another website. E-filing is there, and in e-filing, if you go further, of course, I am on a live environment, so I'm not clicking further, so that otherwise it goes on asking different questions and authentication, and without authentication, you can't do many things. So these are available only if you are a valid, say, user registered with that particular registry. So you have to register there first. So in High Court of Bombay, besides the this NJDG, we also have High Court of Bombay commercial cases. So that is available, and then there is e-court services. So e-court services are also available. This is for High Court of Delhi. High Court of Delhi, see the screen looks like this. You have got this judges roster, display board, many things are there. For e-filing, these are the things. So online e-filing web portal is there. So you can click there, and then you can go to further. See, I have already clicked. The screen will appear after some delay. So there is login. It is asking me for login, password, validation code. So this CAPTCHA is there. That is computer assisted program to tell computers and humans apart. So you have to prove that you are a human being. That means you are not a malware or some malicious software. So that the website doesn't become unnecessarily busy. Otherwise, there could be attack. So for security purpose, this a CAPTCHA is there. There is audio CAPTCHA also. So this CAPTCHA, whatever you see, you have to type and then submit. So it will authenticate you. So this facility is there. Under NJDG. See, this is the NJDG portal. See, this is how it looks. See, can you see the areas? Kitne cases pending hai? You see all the status here. So this National Judicial Data Grid is there. National Judicial Data Grid is not only for high courts, it's also for lower courts. So here I am seeing the pendency. That is the areas. How many cases are pending since what time, how much duration. And see, here I am getting all the details also. That is cases disclosed in last month, civil, criminal, total. Then say filed cases by senior citizen. Then say filed cases by woman. Then delay reason. So that is there, delay reason wise. So that is there, and there are hyperlinks. That is, if you click, you can go to further statistics of this pendency or the areas of cases. Coming to the e-filing. So here also in NJDG, you have got here this dashboard. So there is pending dashboard, disposed dashboard, alerts, and there is also this district and taluka codes of India. So this NJDG connects you to that, and through that you can do, and then maybe you can do the e-filing also. Of course, facilities differ from state to state and from court to court. So there is no uniformity here. Some facilities may be available somewhere. Now first you have to select your case, then your district, and then you go to this particular more details of this. So suppose I select here the state, so state will be available. Suppose I select here my state, so maybe I'm going to say Uttarakhand, and then all the states and union territories are listed there, and through that I'm accessing that. Then you select the district. So once you have selected the say state, the district will appear automatically, and then you can select your district, and through district you can access all your district codes also. So that is possible. So suppose I go to Rajasthan, and in Rajasthan I'm selecting the district. It takes some time, so it is accepting, and then it is taking me to all the districts, and then I go to a particular district. So here all the districts list is available, and then I go to a particular district. Then within the district all the subordinate codes will also be available. May or may not be available. Again, it depends on facilities differ from code to code. So you can go to that, and then you can do the e-filing. So this is the NJDG. And within e-filing, then you will find different types of services that are available. As far as Supreme Court is there, so for Supreme Court also there are separate rules that are available. I'll show just briefly what are the facilities that are available. So in Supreme Court, we have got different type of e-filing, and you know that all the AORs, that is the advocates on record, nowadays don't live in Mumbai. They are at different places. So from anywhere you can practice in Supreme Court. Even you don't need to attend the court because you can attend virtually. So sitting in your chambers or within your state, anywhere you can appear. So that facility is available. So we shall see what are these facilities. See, Supreme Court has made its own rules. So these are available on the Supreme Court website. So firstly, we have got this e-filing, this practice directions. This practice directions gives you a screen-wise help. That is, what are the screenshots that you will get. So all these screenshots have been taken, and these are available. So these are practice directions for e-filing. That is phase 2 of the Supreme Court of India. So these are available, and through this you can access this one. So screen looks somewhat bigger. Okay, now it's more clearer, I suppose. And then these are the practice directions. So these practice directions you can read and follow. See, all the screenshots are given. That is, it gives you all the stepwise procedure. So I have not taken the screenshots. It's already available on the Supreme Court website. So from that, whether you are an advocate or whether you are an advocate on record, so you have to just give your number, and then you can file the documents as per the practice rules and their Supreme Court of India rules 2013. Those rules are also available on the website, so you can download. Paper book rules are also there. So for that you will have to go to your district or your state high court, and in that there are general rules civil and there are general rules criminal. So general rules civil are the rules made by your high court under Article 227 of the Constitution of India, and there are general rules criminal. So these are the rules for criminal courts within your state made by your high court under Article 227 of the Constitution of India. So high courts have got rule making powers for themselves. That is, there are high court rules. So high court rules are different. It shows you how to make the paper book, what is the spacing, line spacing, how much should be the margin, indentation. All these technical things are written there. Font size kitna hona chahiye, kaun se font allowed hai. You can't use anything like comic fonts and something like that. So you have to follow those high court rules for say preparing the paper book. Uska indexing kaise karna hai. All these things are available. So first you have to do all that, and then similarly there could be rules for video conferencing. There could be separate rules for e-filing. There could be RTI rules also. So there is RTI available for say for certified copies there for judicial side. For administrative side there could be public information officers. So these facilities are available, and for that also, since they are competent authority, they have got rules under RTI Act. So different types of rules are there. So find out the relevant rules. So these rules are there. So here I am showing for Supreme Court what is the procedure. So these links are available, and then you can follow these steps one by one and go on feeding the details. So by following this, you log in to file a case. After that, you will have to upload all your documents. So I have told that you have to keep your documents ready, and then you have to upload those documents. So different services stages of e-filing. So there is filing, there is lower court, indexing, additional party and additional advocate, subject category, limitation, generate ID, reports. So report, history, cases, these are subheads that are available. So you have to go by filing one by one, and these facilities are available in the Supreme Court. So step-by-step procedure is also demonstrated here with the help of screenshots. It's available on the Supreme Court website. Enter lower court details. Lower court details means what is your impugned order, कौन से order को आप challenge करना चाहते हैं. So what is the order from your high court or say from other lower courts or tribunals. So that you have to upload and fill in those your details. That is your state, the name of the court, etc., their case number, etc. These are your lower court details that you file before the Supreme Court, so that you can even say track from the Supreme Court. For example, if you come to know that I am in a particular high court and my order has been challenged before the Supreme Court, and you don't know anything about the Supreme Court case, so how do you go? So you go to your lower court details, and there you give the high court case number, and from there you can find out what are the Supreme Court cases. If you have, when you file the case, you get the diary number. So court on the say click on complete button. So after doing all the steps, steps, you click on complete, fill all the details and upload PDF and correct indexing and click on complete button. So this facility is there. Then we have got additional party and additional advocate details. This can also be filed. So who are the other advocates appearing before you or advocates on record? If you are yourself not AOR, then there is separate exam for AOR. Then subject category. So you file it whether it is different classification is there, and this classification again will differ from court to court. So your High Court may have some different classification, Supreme Court may have different classification, even District Court may classify it differently according to the rules made for them by the say your State High Court under 227. So that is there. Then click on generate and complete. So generate ID, and you will see following message on the screen, say successfully completed. And then say you will get the e-screen as display below. So you will get this before you submit, you have to verify. So you will get provisional application number. User can use this provisional application number for future reference. You will get this reference number, and then you report. So you can take the print of the case filed by say yourself, and all the years must be in YYYY. That is 4 digit. So इसमें shortcut नहीं चलेगा. It should be 2024 like that 2024. So report. Then you get the history. So you'll find all the history. This is available on High Court websites also. In Uttarakhand we have this facility. Cases. User will be able to see pending or disposed case matter. So this is also there. This can be used even by litigants. No need to register as an advocate. And these are some frequently asked questions. These are available. So these FAQs are also given on this Supreme Court website. Coming to this, there is another one more help that is there, e-help. This is also taken from Supreme Court. You can see this word file. So these are the say important instructions before e-filing. So these are given on the Supreme Court website. So all these things have to be followed. Then mandatory points to be checked. So there is a checklist also. So you can check yes, no, whether you have done it or not. इसका फायदा ये है कि आपका केस डिफेक्टिव में नहीं आएगा. Otherwise, if your case gets listed before defective, then you have to appear before the registry or the registrar's court, and or you have to go to the registry and manually get those defects rectified. So whenever there are certain defectives, that is defects are not about legal, but court fees is not paid adequate, or maybe photo is missing, or maybe affidavit is not sworn in, or maybe the case number page numbering is not done, or maybe index is not properly prepared, or maybe some annexer is missing, whatever is there. So see, all these things are not done by judges, these are done by the registry. So what your registrar is done, वो तीन चीजें देखते हैं. Firstly, your limitation, कौन से डिस्ट्रिक्ट के आप है, कौन से स्टेट के है. So their jurisdiction, so that they check limitation, कितना पीरियड हुआ है, what is your district. So their local jurisdiction, the limitation of the case, and then they check about the court fees. So these things are done by the registry. And once this is done, then your case will be put up before the judges. Otherwise, if it is defective, then it may not be listed and it may get unnecessarily delayed. So these are some useful tips for the defect-free filing. Otherwise, case defective में आ जाता है, registry के चक्कर लगाने पड़ते हैं. So you can avoid all these things, and this is these are the tips or the checklist that you can see to ensure that your filing is defect-free. So these are there. I'm also demonstrating one app जो file करते हैं. I'll just show the interface. I will not do any practical exercise, but there is this PDF SAM. The PDF SAM जो is very free software. You can I'm running as administrator and I'm opening that. इसमें आप फाइल को split and merge कर सकते हैं. So if your PDFs are already there, कैमरे से उल्टा सीधा हो गया, you have to rotate it by 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree. So you can do that in PDF SAM. So there is rotate feature. You can split PDF file from some document which is already digitalized. You want to digitize. You want to pick up some pages. So you can split it page by page, or maybe by a certain page number. So you can split one file into 2, 3, or maybe as many pages as are there. So you can split it into individual pages. You can even merge the pages. So if you want to merge, so you can merge those pages and prepare a single file. So you can arrange the document sequentially and then you can merge. For example, this is the menu available. So extract is there, split is there, merge is there, split by size. So here extract is there, split again, the merge is there, suppose rotate is there. So if there is file, कैमरे से मैंने कॉपी किया and suppose that it is rotated 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree. So here I'll give the direction clockwise, not anti-clockwise. फाइल पहले सिलेक्ट करनी पड़ेगी. So I add will take you to your browser. तो आपके कंप्यूटर पे जो भी फाइल है, see it will list you all the folders and subfolders etc. Suppose I go to my documents. From documents I go to administrative. From there I go to say my legal affairs. So I'll choose my say legal affairs, and these are say suppose the cases that I'm looking after. So I go to this and then I'll pick up something, and from that I'll get all the say files that are there. So I go to that and say I'll file out whatever file is there, and if I want to split that, so I choose that file. So ये rotation feature है. You can do rotate, you can do split, you can do merge. Merge करना है, again you have got the same menu. Add. So add all the things sequentially. Sequence कम ज़्यादा होगी, you can again change the sequence by up and down arrow keys. So it's sequentially that it will become a single file. So different split files you can combine into a or PDF merge नाम से एक file बन जाएगी. So PDF merge will be a single PDF file that you can get. Suppose there is a large file or there are some size restrictions, and I want to reduce the document from a particular file. So what I'll do is I go to split, and in split again this option is there. So there is a select PDF. Select PDF takes you to my computer, that is Explorer. So in Explorer I go to my documents or whatever say files are there. I pick up files from that, and from that document I'll pick up some files, and then I will split that. So you can split by page. See what are the options available. Split after every page, or maybe split after the following page number. So you will give the page number. So first you can view that in your Acrobat reader or that, and then you can split that file, and then split to by every n pages. So you can do split like that also. That is after every n page, or maybe odd even you can do separately. So that you can do, and then where the output files will be stored. So you have to give the destination folder. This is a free app, and no payment to be done. So no say trialware or like that. So you can use it free forever. So this is available. So PDF SAM, that is split and merge. So basic version is there. If you want premium feature, you can go for buy advanced version also. And when you run, so click on run. After clicking on run, the file will be split, or it will be you can rotate, or maybe you can merge. So this is very useful say utility for manipulating your PDF files. For JPG to PDF, you can use say there is a photo processing software. So for that you can use Picasa is the old one. Google Photos is there. Cam scanner is there. Cam scanner में JPG से PDF हो जाता. You can use cam scanner. So you can use these apps also. Many different apps are there. I'm not going into details, but I'm computer engineer. I can tell you more about those apps also if you want to ask. So I'll stop sharing, and maybe you can take questions.
So if there are any other softwares you can enlighten us on, please feel free, because we are all here to learn.
Okay.
And
software related to what? For what purpose?
so e-filing.
For e-filing, actually, we are using their ready-made provided software. So the software that are available are free to use, and they are available on the portal itself. And some high courts also have prepared their app. So you can download that app on your mobile, and maybe you can use those apps. So these things are available, and they are not so technical. They are very user-friendly, and you can just Google search, and you can find out your state and high court and the facilities available. Or if they are apps, जैसे उत्तराखंड का मैं आपको दिखा देता हूँ. I can show you the apps that are available. We have got the mobile app also, and we have got different other facilities also. So I will make my screen shareable again, and then so I'm not going into more technical app because JPG to PDF conversion is of course there. Word I have already told, because most of us are using word processing for that. So Word to PDF is already available, and you don't need any third party app if you are using say MS Word. So export to PDF command से हो जाता है 2016 onwards. If you are using older versions of MS Office or MS Word, then there is save as. So save as PDF करके you can save as PDF. So that is also very automatic, and you don't need any third party app for that. So there is no new software to be learned as such. Only you will have to become familiar with your own state's app. So I'm sharing my screen once again. I'm showing this the facilities that are available because I'm familiar with the Uttarakhand High Court. So what I'm doing is I'm sharing my screen, entire screen again. I'm making it shareable. So after network delay of 5 to 10 seconds, it should appear before you. Yes. See, this is our Uttarakhand High Court website. So as you can see, there is this online bulletin display board. So जैसे High Court में bulletin board होता है, on display board we can see all the cases that are listed. This is there. There is VC. VC is a video conferencing. So VC timing and link, these are available according to court number. हमारे यहाँ Google Meet चलता है. So from Google Meet we can find out what is the video conferencing timing and link. So ये cause list में एक दिन पहले आ जाता है. Cause list you can of course get from this cause list. So there is also this cause list. This e-filing is there. We also, as with e-filing, we have e-filing available. Even the government departments nowadays are doing. So whenever there is a state, since I'm an in-house counsel of our engineering college, so what I do is we often file on behalf of our say director or registrar. Sometimes we file on behalf of the government. So on behalf of government, we have to just do it oath वगैरह करा लेना पड़ता है from oath commissioner. And in e-filing, we have to upload the document. So e-filing has got these facilities. There is this roster of benches. This RTI portal is there. There is apps also. So if you see this relevant important downloads, so in important downloads there is also an app. So these apps are available even for Android phones. If we go to VC timing and link, I'm clicking on that actually. So when I click, see, these are our codes that are there. Names of judges are honorable judges are there. Even the video conferencing links are there. So I can directly click to join here. And during the working hours, that is when the code working is going on, so we can see all the video conferencing there virtually, and we can even attend or participate as a judge or a party or litigant. Mic आपका बंद रहता है, कैमरा आपका बंद रहता है. रहता है. If you are not authorized, so registry will give you access so that you are not disturbing the court proceedings unnecessarily. So when your turn comes, only then you are allowed to skip, allowed to speak. So just like that, they maintain all the discipline. Just like in manual system, there is a gate pass, and that advocate gives you gate pass, and then only you can get the there. Then the security guard checks your mobile phone and like that. Just like here also, we have got everything, but it is all electronically. So there is a host, there is a co-host, and they are normally people from registry. They will allow you when your turn comes. If you are an advocate, so you have to say give your proper name in that is they know who you are, or maybe your case number or serial number on that particular day, so they know that you are there. Or जब नाम पुकारा जाए, so at the time you have to just say raise your hand, you are present there, and then you will be allowed to unmute, or you will be allowed to speak before the judges. So like that, this all these video conferencing and these facilities are available under e-filing. Different say features are available. I will move this somewhat, and in e-filing I'll go back. See, this is the e-filing. So in e-filing, I'm clicking on it, and see these are the facilities. So click here for e-filing 3.0, e-filing notification, e-filing manual, video tutorials for e-filing are there. Similarly, you might have different facilities within your state or within your high court, and you can go through that, and then you can upload and follow those steps one by one. So e-filing can also be done. So different types of systems are there, and this interface will of course differ from court to court. Generally, I use it mainly for because I'm not a practicing advocate, so I generally use it for downloading the courts, etc. And through that, I come to know about many courts, or even the cause lists are available. So these cause lists are available, and we can access that also. See this at right. Can you see this? I am moving this somewhat here so that you can see it clearly. See, this is the case status. So case status orders will lead you to another. There is an alert. So I'm giving OK on this alert because it is taking you to another website. See, this is the High Court. Here I can search by case number, by FIR number, party name, advocate name, filing number, at case type. All these things are available. Then case orders, judgment. So case number, filing number, judge wise. If you are a judge, you can view by judge wise what are the cases that are listed before your court today. Party name, order date, cause list. So cause list is there. For cause list, there is also this separate interface. Again, it gives you an alert. First, I give OK on this alert that it is taking me to a website by service provider. High Court does not do its technical work internally, so they have outsourced it. So now it is leading me to this. Now see what are the cause lists that are available. So cause list is there. There is also defect list. So if your case is listed under defective, so I go to this, and there is all cause list and say defect list. Or you can go to daily cause list. There is a weekly cause list. There is supplementary cause list. There is defect list. I give here date, and once I give a date, say for example daily cause list. So this cause list is available for say 21st August. So up to this is available. So except again Saturday, Sunday is not there. So 18, 20, 21. See 3 days advance they have listed. So these facilities are available. So in Supreme Court also normally they list 2-3 days in advance. So in Supreme Court also different cause lists are available. Their e-filing interface is different. And once I do it, so I search, and after searching I get it, and then I can download it on my computer. So cause list is there. So I download. It asks me for destination. So I can say actually download. See, it has already gone into my download folder because I do it routinely. So this is my in legal affairs. I have got cause list, and within cause list I can download it. So I save it, and it is saved, and then I can open it on Acrobat Reader, and I can view what are the cases that are listed. So it is very simple process. So anybody can do it. Very user friendly interface, and the details may vary say differing on state to state. So I think no technical that is audio, photo processing, video processing, many such apps are there, but it may not be legally allowed within the High Court. For example, if you want to post the recordings on your say website, then there could be restrictions by your High Court. So therefore, yes, there is a question in the chat box. As a law student, can I go to say, can we join Zoom live of courts? Of course, of course. See, courts actually encourage you as a student, and even in some cases, you have got the practical subjects. So in LLB practicals, you are supposed to work in courts. So of course, you have to maintain the discipline. That is, in other cases, you are not allowed to speak. So similarly, in video conferencing, you have to mind your privacy. That is, whether your screen is shared, whether your mic is shared, or whether your video is shared. So these three things, subject to these restrictions of privacy, everything is fine. So you can view all the court proceedings. There are restrictions on recording, and there are restrictions on posting and on social media. So if you are doing that, then in some cases you have to be very careful, and you have to follow your High Court rules. So these things are there. I'm also viewing questions from the chat box. I am not a law student. My age is between 17 to 18 years. What will it cost to file a defamation case? Can I fight my own case virtually? See, anybody can fight own. That is called a respondent in person or petitioner in person. So you can do in defamation. Again, we have got two different cases. That is civil defamation, criminal defamation. Civil defamation means मुझे पैसा दो. Criminal defamation means उसको जेल भेजो. So you can do civil, or it's a tort. It is also a crime. So you can file under say this IPC 499 500. That is criminal defamation. In civil, there is a case in torts, that is civil suit. You can file. Of course, you have to file certain percentage of that as a fee to the court. कि आप बोलोगे भाई मुझे 5 करोड़ का केस, मेरी 5 करोड़ की मानहानि हुई है, बेइज्जती हुई है, तो कोर्ट कैसे मान लेगी 5 करोड़ की हुई है? So you have to deposit some percent. For that, again, you have to refer to your court rule, civil court, or else I have to be a law student. If that is so, can I file it in my first year? But you have to be careful that when you don't engage an advocate. See, being an advocate has an advantage that you come across the regular cause list. You know about all your cases. You are always in contact with your clients. You are in appearing before the judges daily. So that is obviously has its own advantage. If you are appearing only for a one particular case, then you are a petitioner in person or a party in person. You can do that also. Legally, that is permitted. So without even engaging advocate, you can do it. For filing a case, again, you have to, if you are doing as a law student or PIL, sometimes the court imposes quash. So you have to justify that that is you are not misusing some provision. Otherwise, generally they are lenient towards the students. Even I have appeared that mostly the judges are very kind to the law students or the new graduates. But if you are not proper prepared, तो फिर डांटते भी है कि तैयारी करके नहीं आए, फाइल ठीक से पढ़ के नहीं आए. So that problem could be there. Okay. So as it, of course, you can join the Zoom live, of course. See, Zoom may not be there. It may be Google Meet. It could be Cisco WebEx. So different interfaces are available. In Supreme Court, generally, I view the proceedings through Cisco WebEx app. हमारे हाई कोर्ट में Google Meet चलता है. Even in our district courts, sometimes these are available. तो वहाँ पे अलग-अलग ऐप चलती है. It may not be Zoom. How we can convert from PDF to OCR? Okay, very interesting question, technical one. OCR is optical character recognition. OCR कब बनता है? See, when you have a file and that file is picture, and from that picture, that is, instead of say handwritten document, you want to convert it into a digitalized file, so you will use a OCR software. So that is optical character recognition. For that, there is a separate software. इसके भी कुछ packages है. Some of them are free up to only some pages, or there could be say ABBYY fine reader. Generally, I prefer that. So you can use that license. You have to opt in for that, or maybe older versions are available without license, so that you can use. So in that OCR facility is there, and you can convert from PDF to Word, because PDFs are generally non-editable. And if you want to convert from PDF to OCR, then in OCR, see, the technique is there, the technology is there, but you have to remember it, it's not so reliable. So manually uska proofreading karna padta hai, because sometimes some character looks like some other character. There could be confusion between, for example, 0 and O. So 0 is different, O is different. How do you distinguish between 0 and O? Like that, there could be some mistakes. So manually you have to do the proofreading, but of course, that does save you a lot of time, and therefore you can convert from PDF to OCR, that is optical character recognition software, and there are many such software available. So if you want to just do a small work, then that is available. Online utilities are also there. So in online facilities, again, there could be some restrictions, or there could be number of pages. Sometimes there could be some logo that is there, that is you have to compulsorily take their advertisement. So it will be there that you have generated it so and so using particular app, तो उसका नाम उस पे आ जाता है. So you have to bear with that if you are using a free version. Where can we obtain the checklist shown to ensure a defect-free filing? Yes, this checklist that I've shown you, this checklist is from Supreme Court website. So it is e-help, and from that Supreme Court I got this checklist, what I showed you in this MS Word. I'm sharing it again. This is the checklist. So this checklist is generally not only for Supreme Court, but it shows you the good practices across all the courts. So even if you are filing for say district court or lower courts, so the checklist is there. Maybe I would read checklist में क्या है. Whether SLP civil case has been filed in form number 28 with certificate as per notification dated so and so 1997. That means जो आपके rules है, जो पेपर बुक वगैरह बनाने के जो रूल्स है, you have to go through those rules, and you have to ensure that you are following those particular rules made by the Supreme Court or the High Court, or maybe by High Court for your lower court, that is general rule civil, general rule criminal. They are not as important as your CPC or CRPC, because CPC, CRPC, these are acts made by the parliament. But general rule civil, general rules criminal, they have also their own authority, because they are the rules made by the under the constitution, under 227, for high court for itself and for lower courts also. Whether the prescribed court fee has been paid, so this is yes, no. then whether proper and say required numbers of paper books have been filed, whether that is how many copies you have to give. So after the document is completed, you have to make so many copies so that ensured. In electronic, it is say very easy because it automatically gets addressed to those standing councils or chief standing council who allots the council for a particular court. Then whether brief list of dates or events has been filed. So you can go through this list. This is available on the website. E-help naam se file hai. So you can get this check list. If another question is there, if I'm not a party to the pending suit, but court have given direction to comply some directions to me, then how can I get access to the e-filing? For example, in some cyber case, court direct the bank who is not party to the said case to pay ordered amount to the applicants. Then how the bank can get access to the said case in e-filing? Well, any party can access, but for e-filing you have to register. So for registration, you have to either appear as petitioner in person. So there is an option available that either you are an advocate. If you are not an advocate registered with bar council, then you are a petitioner in person. So you can be petitioner in person. Then you have to give your details, that is case number and other things you should know from your notice, and then you can do the e-filing. E-filing can be done by anybody, and that of course details differ from state to state and from court to court, but these facilities are available, and you have to write that you are petitioner in person. And then even if you are not a say party, and if you want to implead, so impleadment application वगैरह file करनी पड़ती है. So you will have to implead. So generally in civil cases the impleadments are there. Even in criminal cases, of course with the permission of the court it may be possible. So you have to give the details in your application who you are and why you want to be a party to that case. So court आपको petition की copy देता है. It also gives you a notice. It also gives you a time that you can ताकि आपकी पीठ पीछे कोई केस ना हो जाए. That is, you get a proper opportunity of hearing as per the principles of natural justice. Does oath recording is compulsory in filing suit? So we can file affidavits. Yes. See, this is as per the oath at 1899. So as per oath, you have to do the oath recording, and that may be compulsory, particularly during the evidence stage, because evidence is there, examination is cross examination, so re-examination. So for that the oath recording is there. Generally, जो court का जो judge होता है, जो judge administers the oath, or you have to get your document notarized. So for that there is a process of notarization. Now there is process of e-notarization, and for that e-notarization, what we get is digital signature certificate. Actually, it is a process of e-notarize. Who is notary? Notary is an advocate with 7 years experience, and there are we call them notary public. That is notary, state notary, and central notary. So ये 7 साल experience वाले होते हैं. So that there is no see what notary actually does is maintains the integrity. जैसे कोई वसीयतनामा will है, so you are not doing many unauthorized changes. That is, if you are adding, modifying, or deleting, that is, you are manipulating or fabricating or obliterating some document, then that may be an offense. So what they do is they certify that there are so many words and this has been done, और उसके पास जो copy होती है notary के पास, that is considered authentic. So he makes the say authenticates, and he makes a entry in particular registry. So does oath record? Well, next question: what is difference between petition and application? Well, petition in simple English, petition is application. There is no difference. But legally, petition is generally the word that we use for writ petition. So that is writ jurisdiction. Writ jurisdiction is only for courts. That is what we do is it is for courts, that is High Court, Supreme Court only. So 5 types of writs are there. So for that we use the word writ petition. So writ petition is there where we have got mandamus, and besides mandamus we have got some other types of writ. That is the there is writ of quo warranto, writ of prohibition, writ of habeas corpus, there is writ of certiorari. So 5 types of writs are there, and then there is one thing that is not mentioned in the constitution, that is called the PIL, public interest litigation. So these are called the petition. Application could be for anything, that is application for listing, urgency application, application for impleadment. So all the things that you file during the lifetime of your case, besides the petition, because there is a writ petition, then there is again these are known by different say different names in different courts. In RTI we have got complaint and appeal. In police station we have got FIR and complaint cases. In lower courts we have got plaint. So plaint is civil, complaint is criminal. So we have got the plaint, and there is plaintiff who files that. There could be revision application. So there is a revisionist. So party के नाम भी अलग-अलग हो जाते हैं. So at different cases we have got these different petitions. In Supreme Court also there are petitions, special leave petition or SLP. So application is for any other purpose. That is application for condonation of delay, hajri maafi की application, that is you don't want to appear personally or your client doesn't want to appear personally. So there is application for exemption from personal application. There could be claim petition. So arbitration में claim petition होती है. That is they call it a statement of claim. Then there is statement of defense. So अलग-अलग court में अलग-अलग nomenclature is there. If I am not a party to the pending suit, but court have given direction to comply some direction, then how can I get access to? Acha, you have repeated the same question. So I hope you have got the answer. If there are any other questions, maybe I can take those.
Any other questions, participants?
Shall I stop sharing?
Okay, so sir, I think we can conclude the session.
Yes, my contact information information is there. So I'm briefly sharing. You can take a screenshot. This is my contact information that I have shown in the title slide.
So, sir, thank you so much for doing this webinar. It was a great learning experience. Hope to see you soon. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, madam.